Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.
Hello students, and welcome to another SSET video. Today we are doing a video for our Monday, Wednesday, Friday 4 o'clock class. It is 1C and we are doing reading. So you will need mouse tails and your reading workbook. So make sure you have both books before you get started. Alright, so we are doing workbook pages 30 and 31, and we're doing two stories in the book. The first one is called The Journey. The Journey on page 42. Okay, so make sure you have your books ready to go. When you are ready, then you can keep watching the video. All right, so let's read our first story, which is The Journey. Page 42. There was a mouse who wanted to visit his mother. So he bought a car and started to drive to his mother's house. He drove and drove and drove until the car fell apart. But at the side of the road there was a person selling roller skates. So the mouse bought 2 roller skates and put them on. He rolled and rolled and rolled until the wheels fell off. But at the side of the road there was a person who was selling boots. So the mouse bought 2 boots and put them on. He tramped and tramped and tramped until there were big holes in the boots. But at the side of the road there was a person who was selling sneakers. So the mouse bought 2 sneakers. He put them on and ran and ran and ran until the sneakers were all worn out. So he took off the sneakers and walked and walked and walked until his feet hurt so much that he could not go on. But at the side of the road there was a person who was selling feet. So the mouse took off his old feet and put on new ones. He ran the rest of the way to his mother's house. When he got there, his mother was glad to see him. She hugged him and kissed him. And she said, "Hello, my son, you are looking fine. And what a nice new feet you have." Now let's do the next story, which is called The Old Mouse. So we are starting on page 48, The Old Mouse. There was an old mouse who went for a walk every day. The old mouse did not like children. When he saw them on the street, he would shout, "Go away, horrid things." One day the old mouse was taking his walk. All at once his suspenders broke and his pants fell down. Now suspenders are these things here. Can you see this? It is like a belt, but it goes over your shoulder and it holds your pants on. So they are called suspenders. Next page, page 50. Some ladies came by. "Help, help," cried the old mouse. But the ladies screamed, "Your pants have fallen down," and they ran away. The old mouse ran home and cried, "Help me." But his wife only said, "You look silly in your underwear," and gave him a hit on the head. Doink. Next page, page 52. The old mouse began to cry. Some children passed by. "Poor old mouse," they said, "we will help you. Here is some chewing gum. It will hold your pants up very well." "Look," cried the old mouse, "my pants are up. This chewing gum is great. These pants will never fall down again. Those pants never did fall down again. And after that, the old mouse was always kind to children when he went for his walk. All right, so let's do your reading workbook. So make sure you have your workbook. We are doing pages 30 and 31. So there are a lot of questions we need to answer. So let's go. Have a look at page 30. Let's do this one first. It is the journey. The journey. So question number one. Question one. Whom did the old mouse want to visit? Who did he want to visit? The old mouse. He wanted to visit his mother. He wanted to visit his mother. So we're doing page 30 and 31. Page 30 and 31. So number one, he wanted to visit his mother. And question number two, what did he buy first? So what did the mouse buy first? So have a look in your book, page 42, The Journey. There was a mouse who wanted to visit his mother. So he bought a car and started to drive to his mother's house. So what did he buy first? First, he bought a car. First, he bought a car. What did he buy first? First, he bought a car. Question number three. What happens when you drive and drive and drive a car? So the answer is in the book. Have a look, page 42. So he bought a car and started to drive to his mother's house. He drove and drove and drove until the car fell apart. So question number three is, what happens when you drive and drive and drive a car? The car falls apart. So the answer is, the car falls apart. What happens to a car when you drive and drive and drive? The car falls apart. All right, question number 4. What happens when you roll and roll and roll on roller skates? So that was the next thing. So have a look. Next page, page 43. But at the side of the road, there was a person selling roller skates. So the mouse bought 2 roller skates and put them on. He rolled and rolled and rolled until the wheels fell off. Question number 4 is, what happens when you roll and roll and roll on roller skates? The wheels fall off. So when you roll and roll and roll, what happens? The wheels fall off your roller skates. The wheels fall off your roller skates. Question number 5. What happens when you tramp and tramp and tramp in boots? Now tramp is to walk with heavy steps. So to walk really heavy or loudly. That is called tramp. Tramping. When you're walking with very heavy steps, very loudly. That is called tramp. So the question 5 is, what happens when you tramp and tramp and tramp in boots? So have a look at page 44. So the mouse bought 2 boots and put them on. He tramped and tramped and tramped until there were big holes in his boots. So what happens when you tramp and tramp and tramp in your boots? The boots get holes in them. What happens when you tramp and tramp and tramp, or walk and walk and walk with your boots? The boots get holes in them. The boots get holes in them. If you need some more time, just pause the video so you can write your answers. All right, question number 6. What happens when you run and run and run in sneakers? So let's have a look. This page 45, page 45. So the mouse bought 2 sneakers. He put them on and ran and ran and ran until the sneakers were all worn out. So he took off the sneakers and walked. So what happens when you run and run and run in sneakers? The sneakers are all worn out. The sneakers are all worn out. The sneakers are all worn out. That means they are no good. They're no good. Okay, I need to erase 1, 2, 3, and 4, so make sure you have your answers in your book. So question number 7, question 7. What happens when you walk and walk and walk with no shoes? Page 45 and 46. So he took off the sneakers and walked and walked and walked until his feet hurt so much that he could not go on. So what happens when you walk and walk and walk on your feet? Your feet, your feet hurt so much that you cannot go on. Your feet hurt so much that you cannot go on. All right, that is the questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is for the journey. That is for the journey. The journey. All right, make sure you have your answers because we are going to start the questions for the next story, The Old Mouse. The Old Mouse. Make sure you write in your book. If you need some time, just pause the video and then restart when you're ready to go. So this story was The Old Mouse. So have a look on page 48. So question number 8. Question number 8. What did the old mouse do every day? What did he do every day? So let's start. There was an old mouse who went for a walk every day. So what did he do every day? The old mouse walked every day. The old mouse walked every day. The old mouse walked every day. So this is past tense, walked. What did the mouse do every day? The old mouse walked every day. Question number 9. What didn't the old mouse like? What didn't he like? So he didn't like what? Let's read again. There was an old mouse who went for a walk every day. The old mouse did not like children. So what didn't the old mouse like? He didn't like children. He didn't like children. The old mouse didn't like children. Question number 10. What would he say when he saw children on the street? Let's keep reading. The old mouse did not like children. When he saw them on the street, he would shout, "Go away, horrid things." Question number 10 again. What would he say when he saw children on the street? Go away, horrid things. He would say, go away. Horrid means terrible, horrible, horrid things. Go away, horrid things. What would he say when he saw the children? He would say, go away, horrid things. Now remember, we're doing talking from the book. This is what the old mouse said, so you have to do these at the start and the end. And here, an exclamation mark. Make sure you put an exclamation mark. Number 11. What happened to the old mouse while he was walking one day? Do you remember what happened? Have a look on page 49 in your book, page 49. Let's read it together. One day the old mouse was taking his walk. All at once his suspenders broke and his pants fell down. So the question number 11 is, what happened to the old mouse while he was walking one day? His, what broke? His suspenders broke. His suspenders broke and his pants fell down. What happened to the mouse one day when he was going for a walk? His suspenders broke and his pants fell down. All right, we have one more question. So I'm just going to erase 8 and 9. So question number 12. Question number 12. Sorry, we have 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have a few more questions. So question number 12. What did the ladies do when they saw the old mouse? What did they do? So let's have a look. Page 50, 50. Some ladies came by. Help, help, cried the old mouse. But the ladies screamed. So what did the ladies do when they saw the old mouse? The ladies screamed. The ladies screamed. All right, I hope you have finished these ones because I'm going to erase them. So make sure you have written these answers. Question number 13. What did the old mouse's wife say and do to him? So what did she say and what did she do to him? So let's have a look. Page 51, 51. The old mouse ran home and cried, help me! But his wife only said, you look silly in your underwear, and gave him a hit on the head. The question is, what did the old mouse's wife say and do to him? She said, you look silly. And she hit him on the head. She hit him on the head. Question number 13 again. What did the mouse's wife say to him and what did she do? She said, you look silly. And she hit him on the head. Now remember, we're doing talking from the book, so you need to do these. And here you can just do a comma because we're just continuing the sentence. Keep going, one sentence. So no period here, just a comma. Question number 14. Who passed by and what did they do? So who came by? Who went by? Let's have a look. If you have a look on page 52, 52. The old mouse began to cry. Some children passed by. Poor old mouse, they said, we will help you. Here is some chewing gum. It will hold your pants up very well. Question 14 is, who passed by and what did they do? Some children passed by. Some children passed by and what did they do? They gave him gum. And they gave him gum. Chewing gum. Question 14 was, who passed by and what did they do? The answer is, some children passed by and they gave him gum. Some children passed by and they gave him gum. Question 15. This is the last question. How did the old mouse feel about children after? Remember at the beginning of the story, the old mouse didn't like children. He called them horrid things. Horrid things. Now, at the end of the story, how did he feel about the children? He liked the children. So at the end, he liked children. At the end, he liked children. How did the old mouse feel at the end of the story? At the end, he liked children. Now we have to do page 31 as well. So this one is finished, 30. Page 30 is finished. We have a few more questions we need to answer about the two stories. So make sure you have written your answers. If you need to pause the video, do so now, because I'm going to erase the answers. Let's do page 31. Now we have eight questions. So let's do question number 1. What did the mouse buy to drive to his mother's house? This is the journey. The journey. Do you remember, what did the mouse buy to drive to his mother's house? The mouse bought. So this is past tense of buy, bought, so past tense. The mouse bought. What did he buy? He bought a car. The mouse bought a car. What did he buy to get to his mother's house? The mouse bought a car. Question number 2. Where was the person selling boots? Have a look on page 43 in your book. Make sure you have your book open when you're doing the questions so you can find the answers. Alright, so go to page 43 and let's read from the bottom. From the bottom, he rolled. He rolled and rolled and rolled until the wheels fell off. But at the side of the road, there was a person who was selling boots. Question 2 is, where was the person selling boots? The person selling boots was at the side of the road. At the side of the road. Question 2 is, where was the person selling boots? The person selling boots was at the side of the road. The person selling boots was at the side of the road. The person selling boots was at the side of the road. Question number 3. After he walked and walked and walked, why could he not go on? Why could he not go on? What was the problem? Let's have a look. If you have a look in your book, page 45, down the bottom, 45. So he took the sneakers off. So start here. So he took the sneakers off. So he took the sneakers off and walked and walked and walked until his feet hurt so much that he could not go on. Question 3 is, after he walked and walked and walked, why could he not go on? His feet hurt so much. So he could not go on because his feet hurt so much. Question number 3 is, why could he not go on? And after he walked and walked, why could he not go on? Why could he not walk anymore? He could not go on because his feet hurt so much. He could not go on because his feet hurt so much. Question number 4. After he put on new feet. So after he put on his new feet, how did he go the rest of the way to his mother's house? Do you remember? He put on his new feet and then he ran to his mother's place. So he ran the rest of the way. He ran the rest of the way. How did he go to his mother's place after he put on new feet? He ran the rest of the way. So question number 4, he ran the rest of the way. All right, now, if you need to write the answers a little bit longer, if you need more time, pause your video now because I'm going to erase. So I will leave question 4 there. So let's do 5. Question 5. Question 5 is about the old mouse. The old mouse. What did the old mouse call the children? Do you remember what he called the children? Let's read again, page 48, 48. There was an old mouse who went for a walk every day. The old mouse did not like children. When he saw them on the street, he would shout, "Go away, horrid things." So what did he call the children? He called the children horrid things. He called the children horrid things. He called the children horrid things. Sorry, we don't need that. Horrid things. All right. He called them. What did he call the children? He called the children horrid things. Horrid means horrible. Horrible. So he called them horrible. All right. I'm going to take off answer 4. All right. Let's do number 6. Question number 6. Why did the old mouse's suspenders fall down all at once? Why did his suspenders, these things that go over his shoulder and over here, and they hold up his pants. So why did they fall off? Because his suspenders broke. His pants fell down because his suspenders broke. Why did the old mouse's pants fall down? His pants fell down because his suspenders broke. His pants fell down because his suspenders broke. All right, we have 2 more questions. Question number 7. What did the children give the old mouse to hold up his pants? What did the children give the old mouse to hold up his pants? Do you remember? The children gave him gum. The children gave him gum. What did the children, number 7, again, what did the children give the old mouse to hold up his pants? The children gave him gum. The children gave him gum. And last question, question number 8. After that, how did the mouse change? So at the beginning of the story, the old mouse didn't like children. He called them horrid things. He called them horrible. At the end of the story, how did he change? At the end of the story, he liked children. So answer number 8, at the end, the old mouse liked children. At the end, the old mouse liked children. Question number 8 again. At the end of the story, how did the old mouse change? At the end, at the end, the old mouse liked children. At the end, the old mouse liked children. Excellent, very good. All right, now I want to do some vocabulary with you. So this is the end of page 31. So make sure you have written your answers. If you need to pause the video, do it now because I'm going to erase this. So pause. Let's do some more vocabulary. Now we just have to finish the bottom. We just have to finish the bottom. We've done all the others. So from 42 to 63, vocab. 42 to 63. 42 to 63. So number 42 is journey. Journey. What is a journey? A journey is to travel from one place to another. So that is called a journey. It's like a trip, a vacation. So journey is to go from one place to another place. That is called a journey. 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 Next one on 42, page 42 as well, is fall apart, or past tense, fell apart. So fall apart. If you have maybe a toy or something and it falls apart, what does that mean? It means to break into pieces. To break into pieces. So if you have like a phone or even a cube, like a Rubik's Cube, if you pull it open and it falls apart, all the pieces fall apart, that means all the pieces come out, and that is to fall apart. Fall apart. All right, the next one on page 44 in your vocab is tramp. Tramp, or past tense, ed, tramped. Tramped is just to walk heavily. So you walk very loudly, like your feet are very heavy. That is called tramp, to tramp, or he tramped, past tense, tramped, tramped. Next one is number 48. 48 is horrid. Horrid just means horrible, very bad. Who used this word in the book? Who? Remember the old mouse? He called children horrid things, horrible things, horrid. Horrid things. Next word on our vocabulary list is number 49, all at once. All at once. All at once. All right, I want you to do this all at once, which means together. At the same time. Okay, do it all at once. Together at the same time. All at once. So all at once. Next one on page 49, number 49, suspenders. Suspenders. Remember who had suspenders in the book? The old mouse, he had suspenders. They come down here, they go down your back, and they hold up your pants. So the men wear these, usually older men, and they clip onto your pants like this. They clip onto your pants, this side and this side, so you don't have to wear a belt. They are called suspenders. Suspenders. Next one, number 55 in your vocab list. 55 is fill. Fill, or past tense, filled. Ed, filled. Filled is to put in until something is full. So if I have a cup and I want some water in my cup, I have my jug of water and I pour in the water and it goes in, the water comes up until it gets to the top. It is full. It is filled up. So to fill something is to put water or something in until it reaches the top. That is to fill. The next one, number 61. 61. Not care. Not care. Not care. To think something is not important. If you say to me, oh teacher, I forgot my homework. Oh, I do not care. That means I think it is not important. But of course it is very important that you bring your homework. But if I said I do not care, that means I think it's not important. Okay? Not care. To think it is not important. Not important. Also, 61. Until. 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 This is up to a time. Up to a time. So you might have class at 4 o'clock and you finish at 6 o'clock. So you have class until 6 o'clock, until 6 p.m. 6시. Until 6시. So until, up to a time. So 6 p.m. you can finish. All right, our last word is snore. 63, snore. Snore, 63. What is snore? Past tense, snored. It is making a sound with your nose when you are asleep. Like that. That is snore. And past tense, you just add a D. It is snored. Snore, snored. Make a noise with your nose when you are asleep. All right, that is your vocab list. Now, it is very important that you learn your vocab. You could even get mom or dad or a brother or sister to test you on your vocab. All the words, because it helps you when you write stories or when you're talking. All right, that is all we have time for today. So today we were doing a video for 1C. We are doing mouse tails. It is our 4 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. So that is all we have time for today. So until next time, bye for now.
Today a reader, tomorrow a leader. SSET Englishtown.